Yo, what's up y'all? Ben here, and we're gonna go over some of those surgical hog raids that y'all have been asking for. So first off, we're gonna start here with Ted Bear's raid. I know it's just gonna be a 2-point drop, but I wanted to give a comparison to what it looks like when you do a 2-point drop and a surgical hog. But while he's doing that, I wanted to give you guys a quick clan update. See where the clan's going. Fish, our leader, is getting busier and busier at work, so he's going to let some of the co-leaders run the wars now. Now that we lost his insight in war, it's gonna be a little bit more rough when it comes to planning attacks, but he has given us, most of us, the skills that we need to handle on our own, so that's the good part. And I also wanted to say that we can't pick up any more Town Hall 9s. We're kind of closing the clan to Town Hall 9s. Don't pick up anymore. We already have a ton, and we only wore about 8 out of 10 at one time. Probably at minimum we wore like 5. At max we wore like 9 of them. So we don't really need any more Town Hall 9s. If we do anything, we pick up Town Hall 8s. Well, anyway, I thought you guys could wanted to know about where the clan's going. So here we're just gonna finish watching how Chris is doing. As you can see, his hogs have went around the entire base very efficiently, but the thing is that every single one of his hogs have to make the same trip around the base. So he has 30 hogs, but he doesn't use that to his advantage. Although he destroys every defense pretty quickly, every single hog makes the trip around the base. Okay, so we're going to look at my raid. I don't have much to say about this. You just gotta make sure you know where those bomb positions are. Usually at Town Hall 8, there's not that many bomb spots, so you don't have to kind of guess or figure out or use a first attack to figure out where those bomb spots are. So I'm gonna lure the CC and I'm gonna use that poison spell to my advantage. It's gonna make it very easy. It makes quick work of those archers and wizards. The Valk though, that's gonna be harder to kill, so good thing for me, I brought some minions with me. So after those wizards are dead, I'm gonna drop a couple of my minions to just take out that Valkyrie, and that should end it pretty quickly. So the thing with surgical hogs is you avoid having every single one of your hogs making the same trip around the base by dropping them around the base so they don't have that travel time. As you can see, I'm deploying them counterclockwise from the top all the way to the bottom there, including my clan castle hogs. I heal on those possible bomb spots. It takes care of that, and I move through the base pretty quickly. As you can see, the hogs are doing less traveling, and as you can see, with 4 to 5 hogs deployed in each little group, I move through the base pretty quickly. Each defense probably only shoots does at least half damage to the hogs, at least one of the hogs. Well, basically, as you can see here, most of my hogs are on full health right now. I think I should have raised my king later, but that's fine. As you can see, there's a ton of hogs left, mainly because I deployed them in that order. If you just deploy them with a 2-point drop, they run through all those splash defenses, and on top of that, remember that they're still being shot at by every single defense because, you know, they're traveling around. So I avoid all that. So here we got Fish's surgical attack. So he has a little bit of a different approach than me. So rather than focusing on the quick deployment of the hogs like me, he tends to do the old textbook way of doing surgical hogs, where he would deploy 2 groups at once, and then right after he deploys the 2 groups, he's gonna drop his heal spell before he moves on to the next section of the base. It's not a bad approach. It still works, but in my attacks, I just emphasize the quick deployment of all my hogs, because as you can see in my first raid, I deployed all my hogs before I dropped my first heal spell. That's because I deployed them that quickly. It's not a bad choice that Fish did this, but this guy doesn't really have those outer ring defenses for the hogs to split up and go around. So as you can see, as soon as they take out that first cannon and archer tower on the outside ring, the hogs move in. So having a quick deployment of hogs here wouldn't really have much effect. So it was a good choice for Fish to do this 2 group heal, 2 group heal, 2 group heal. As you can see, it's really fast. If you just did a normal hog, you probably only get like 30 seconds tops. Aside from all the surgical hogging where you deploy all those counterclockwise and clockwise stuff, you guys can ask me, and when you guys are about to attack. I can help you guys out with that. But here we got the Town Hall 7s. I got a message for all the Town Hall 7s. Please take Town Hall 7 seriously. I know at Town Hall 7 it's a joke. You have 10 drags and you have 4 loons against 1 air defense. That's literally impossible to go against, for the defender at least. You could bomb 1 air defense, that only leaves 1 air defense left. You have 10 drags and 4 loons, do the math. That air defense is dead, no matter how it's placed. This leads to having the deterioration of Town Hall 7's skills and Town Hall 7's lack of planning. As you can see here, Steven did not do much planning, except for he said, okay, I'm just going to bomb the air defense and go after the other. That's true, you can do that. That's very good. But his king died and did essentially only destroyed 1 building and did nothing. And on top of that, because as you can see here, he still got those 2 builder huts to go after. That's a lot of time wasted. Now what I wanted to point out is, when you go attack at Town Hall 8, there's more buildings, more air defenses, and you're gonna have less time. You're definitely gonna have less time to take out all those buildings. So it's important that you develop those skills at Town Hall 7. I know a couple of people who were great at Town Hall 7, but when they went to Town Hall 8, they had totally different stories. I know Alex. I taught him how to funnel, how to plan his attacks properly, and now he's a great player. He can take out Town Hall 8s with drags whenever he wanted to. But for Julio, he's a different story. He did great at Town Hall 7. He could drag whoever he wanted. But when he went into Town Hall 8, he couldn't really take any of them, because there's 3 air defenses, there's more buildings. The way he drops his drags is pretty bad. It still carries with him today, because whenever I tell him to do drags, he's just like, oh, I don't want to. So as you can see here, Slap does the correct thing. He did a funnel. He actually bombed the air defense after he deployed his drags. That saves time. As we know, drags are very slow creatures. They take a ton of time to destroy every single building. So it's important that you save time. So as we can see with Steven, he didn't really save time either. And that concludes this video. I'll see y'all next time.